This is not financial advice on bmoney. bmoney is the cash tag for a token on the Ethereum network that takes its meme from the official hip hop alter ego of Brett. Brett is a character from the Boys Club comic book created by the artist Matt Fury in the year 2005. The Boys Club comic book is most notably the source material for Pepe the Frog. Pepe the Frog is the most meme in all of existence, according to Wikipedia, and also a cryptocurrency on the Ethereum network with a market capitalization of over $4 billion. How that relates to bmoney is, in cryptocurrency, we have a project that's successful. We tend to derive the next iteration of meme meta or investor narrative from the successful project. In this case, every character that Matt Fury has ever created has been launched onto multiple blockchains to the tune of billions of dollars into what I like to call the Furyverse. And this is bmoney, the official hip hop alter ego of Brett. Brett is one of the most prominently featured characters in the Boys Club comic book, and Brett is also a cryptocurrency on both the base chain and the Ethereum chain with a market capitalization of near $1 billion combined. And what we see have happen is you'll see derivative assets start to be created so that when investors see a certain amount of profit, they can take part of their portion of profits and rotate that in to the derivative asset. And bmoney is the first hip hop alter ego to launch. So he is the original alter ego project. This project launched in February of 2024, so it's over a year old. And it's also a community takeover. If you're new to cryptocurrency, a community takeover is when a developer will launch an asset, develop that asset to a certain level of market capitalization, and then stop developing that asset. The community invests in that space in the blockchain, then goes and does the work of a developer and propagates the meme and the message. A good example of a community takeover is Dog with Hat on the Solana network. The developer launched it, stopped developing around $3 million. And at the recording of this video, the market capitalization of Dog with Hat was over $300 million on chain. So we have examples of successful community takeovers in this space, like Dog with Hat or Nero on Ethereum. And bmoney is special because it's part of my deflationary meme dropped ecosystem that I developed alongside the Real PZOX C9 brand. So this asset actually has its own coffee company called High Volume Coffee Company that deflates the supply of bmoney tokens. And we also have a Moon Money merchandise, which is a website where you can buy bmoney themed clothing and other themed clothing to support and propagate the meme in real life. We're going to take a portion of profits from Moon Money merchandise and spot buy and burn the bmoney token supply as well. So every time you engage High Volume Coffee or the Moon Money merchandise brand, you're actually reducing the supply of bmoney tokens and increasing the market capitalization. I'm also starting a nonprofit called the Digital Freedom Network. The Digital Freedom Network is a financial literacy and mentorship program where we teach 18 to 24-year-old Americans about investing into the blockchain. And at the end of their mentorship program, they receive an allocation of assets, bmoney being one of them, and we match their investments up to $1,500 for the year. So when you invest into bmoney, you're going to be investing into a Digital Freedom Network nonprofit that will be teaching the next generations of Americans about investing. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is James Duryea III, aka the TH3 Crypto Kid on the X platform. If you're enjoying this video and would like to support me or my channel, please go to my X platform, click the link in my bio, and buy a bag of coffee if you can. It really means the world to me to have your support. And please be aware that you're not just supporting me as an individual or my company. You're also supporting multiple communities on the Ethereum network as we take a portion of our profits and spot buy and burn the token supply that I'm the community takeover lead developer of. So I want to say thank you for your support for the High Volume Coffee Company brand. It does mean a lot to have a project that legitimizes cryptocurrency and to be able to deflate the supply and increase the market capitalization through coffee sales gives my community something to rally around and engage with that doesn't determine them getting their friends to invest. So thank you for your support for High Volume Coffee. It really does mean the world to me to have your support. And here's me wearing a bmoney t-shirt. I do believe that we will have a bmoney merch line coming. One of the things that I've become very aware of is the intellectual property rights of bmoney. So I'm going to try and figure out ways that we can make it original rather than being it Matt Fury's intellectual property. One of the cool things that I realized as I've developed its sister project, or brother project rather, Real PZOXC9, is Real PZOXC9 is original intellectual property because it's Real PZOXC9. So what we may have to do to create original IP around the bmoney brand is include its forced four characters of the contract on Ethereum so that it's bmoney OXF1 rather than just bmoney, because bmoney OXF1 is original IP, whereas bmoney unto itself is Matt Fury's intellectual property. And the intellectual property rights are something that cryptocurrency doesn't pay a lot of attention to because of the volatility of the nature of it. However, I am brand building to do something similar to SHIB. When I got into cryptocurrency in 2021, what I was sold with SHIB was a deflationary meme draft ecosystem, meaning that you engage this constellation of brands and you engage with the Shibarium blockchain. And by doing these things, you would actually reduce the tokens, because the development team, the SHIB development team, promised that they would take a portion of profits and spot buy and burn token supply as things went down chain. Now, I haven't kept up with SHIB because after a couple of years, I got disillusioned because the development team was creating developments but wasn't implementing the things that they said they wanted to do. So and I always say this, but I'm just reiterating and reinventing and reformulating the thing that made me say yes to SHIB only around bmoney. So my goal is to create the ability for you to be able to stake your bmoney to earn passive rev share, or stake your bmoney to earn part of the constellation of money, as well as deflating the supply. So I really am enthusiastic about the concept of a meme rap deflationary ecosystem that is hip-hop Matt Fury. And that's why I think bmoney matters, is it's a hip-hop alter ego of this very important character in decentralized finance history. Brett is very important, so is Pepe. So are all the Boys Club members. So their derivatives are also important. And to have a community takeover that's deflationary and meme wrapped. And then, like I said, I'm working on the ability for you to stake your bmoney tokens to earn passive rev share. Once we get to these endpoints, I believe that this project becomes inevitable, because I've doxed myself. And there aren't that many community takeovers with a doxed lead developer, and there's even less community takeovers with a doxed meme token developer that has launched a coffee company brand to help deflate the supply and increase market cap. So bmoney is a very special project. I was asked by community members invested in it to help lead this project, and my goal is to lead this until we reach our goals. I'm really excited and honored. The bmoney community is really engaged. There are a lot of people from the PZ community and the bmoney community, so it's fun to see people rallying around a project that they see having a long shelf life. And I like to keep the energy and the momentum going around bmoney by continuing to develop things like high volume coffee. So it really is a pleasure and honor to be a part of this community and help it scale to the heights of cryptocurrency. I'm going to start to wrap the video up here. I want to say thank you for your time and thank you for watching. If you found this video informative or entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's a pleasure to make this content for you, and I'll be making more content shortly this week. But as for now, this has been not financial advice on bmoney.